I've never dated a celebrity, I don't think. I've, well, I may have like hooked up with one or two in the shadows.
Rappers.
The straight men are DL men. This is not a complicated conversation. The straight men that EJ Johnson is referring to are DL men.
Yes, I go to church. I'm a Christian. But at the same time, this is reality. My son is gay. That's reality.
So apparently Magic Johnson's son, EJ, knows a great deal about what industry men are on the DL. He knows all the names, all the faces, and all the late night freak sessions these rappers and ballers are having when the cameras are off. And now the rumors are swirling that EJ is about to drag these men clean out of the closet. Sources close to EJ are saying EJ is sick and tired of these same men acting all holy and anti-gay on social media, talking about that ain't biblical and no homo. But as soon as the sun goes down, they're in his DMs. Allegedly, EJ has been collecting receipts for years on the DL industry men, and if they don't stop playing in his face, he's about to start naming names. Now, some fans in EJ's corner are saying he needs to expose these men and tell the world who's been sneaking around. But the rest of the folks with common sense, they can see the hypocrisy. Because let's be real, if somebody had done this to EJ before he was ready to come out, he would have been on every talk show, sobbing, calling for boycotts, and getting his daddy's lawyers on the phone. He would have been screaming about how unfair it is to out somebody, how it's dangerous, how that's not their story to tell. But now he wants to be messy and out these men? And here's the real tea. Sources are saying EJ is salty because no man in the public eye actually wants to claim him. And apparently, EJ is delusional enough that he actually thought a big name rapper or NBA star would come out of the closet just for him. So now he's mad because he's realizing DL men are DL for a reason. But if you know anything about EJ, you know this man has been moving like the main character his whole life. So if he's really this bitter and petty, we might be getting a tell-all that's gonna have the industry in shambles.
Hey yo, this is Magic Johnson's son, the great Magic Johnson of the Lakers. This is 6'5" for no reason, and got the nerve to have.
All right, so this whole drama around EJ's secret love life started when he sat down with Carlos King on Reality with the King and said he doesn't attract gay men. EJ explained that he doesn't go to gay clubs or gay events because the men that he attracts are not there. And according to EJ, the men who want him are all straight.
I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
Tell me more about that.
It's just, I think like if you ask any of the girls, like they'll tell you the same. And I think they're just labels, that's why like I don't care what, like I'm dating someone, I'm like, I don't care what you identify as or what you call yourself, as long as you're happy being who you are. But to be honest, it's like, that's why I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go to, gay things, because it's like the men that I attract are not there. But it's like, these are not my men in terms of attraction. Now, if I'm just going to have a kiki, sure. But like, these are not the men that are interested in me in that capacity. I do that when I go to the straight rooms.
Now this is key. EJ said the men he gets with are often guys who have been intimate and dating women for most of their life up until then.
In terms of when it comes to men, has it always been what some people consider the straight guy always being the one that would approach you?
Or somebody who, has been intimate and dating, women for most of their life, or like up until then, for sure. Absolutely. It has always been that way, but now it's like even more so, now that I definitely present in more.
So in other words, EJ is hooking up with men who are on the DL. And then Carlos asked about celebrities, and EJ said he hasn't dated one, but he did say he may have hooked up with one or two in the shadows, including rappers.
Especially, and also like a man with like a presence. Like, I love a powerful presence. Like when you're like, ooh, he has it like that. Like, I like that.
Have you ever dated like a celebrity?
I've never dated a celebrity, I don't think. I may have like hooked up with one or two in the shadows.
Rappers?
I can't tell you all the
Okay,
all
that's
the
fine.
tea.
So basically, EJ is saying he hooked up with some rappers, but never dated one publicly, meaning he's hooking up with rappers who are on the down low. Now here's where it gets wild. According to some new reports, EJ is allegedly getting ready to expose some of these rappers and industry men because he can't stand that they're always saying some anti-gay stuff in public while getting their freak on behind closed doors. Apparently, a lot of those same rappers who are constantly posting Bible verses and saying pause and no homo are the same ones sliding into EJ's DMs and hitting him up for the shadows. But when they run into him in public, they want to act like they don't even know him. And you know EJ's ego can't stand that. He really thinks he's that girl. In fact, he thinks he looks better than any girl in the room.
Especially if I look cuter than any girl does. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? And that's exactly how I apply it to myself to these days in the way that I present, like in my, in my feminine regalia. I've always been a feminine being, and like that's just like how I best express myself. But I'm like, listen, I'm out all the time, and like I'm killing a dress and no one else is. Like the girls in the room are not doing it. Like they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nines. So,
I love it.
So EJ really thinks he's better looking than any woman these rappers could ever get. He said it himself. He's competing with women, and he believes he wins every time. But EJ, if you're so winning, why is no man claiming you? Why is nobody posting you on their socials? Why is nobody taking you to red carpets or introducing you to their mama? The ego on this man is astronomical, but that ego is bruised because at the end of the day, these men he's chasing, they may do all the behind-the-scenes freakiness, but they will never stand next to him in public. And that is what's got EJ hot-heated. He's used to being seen. He's used to being the center of attention. He's Magic Johnson's son, but these men treat him like a dirty little secret, and his ego can't handle that. And according to sources close to EJ's inner circle, he's been talking about possibly dropping some hints that could expose these industry DL men. Now, some names that are being pulled into this conversation are Lil Baby, Young Thug, The Game, and Lord Jamar. And I'm not accusing them of doing anything with EJ. I'm just telling you what the blogs are saying. But that's not all. It's also been rumored that EJ was a regular at Diddy's FO sessions, and that Diddy allegedly offered up EJ as a part favor to other industry men. Back in 2024, shortly after Diddy's arrest, some blogs and media outlets referred to EJ as Diddy's ex. One blog posted some photos of EJ in jean shorts and wrote, "Another one of Combs' alleged side pieces, EJ Johnson, was seen rocking Daisy Dukes shorts while filling up his Lamborghini Urus in Los Angeles." Combs reportedly had a preference for portly men. And then around the same time, Crazy Days and Night posted this blind item. This NBA legend is being brought into the whole producer/wannabe rapper mess because his son loved the parties. Meanwhile, one popular account on X said, "I hope you all know P. Diddy was dating Magic Johnson's son EJ behind the scenes for years, right? You know, the one that likes to dress like a woman?" And yes, this was during the time M. Johnson presented P. Diddy with an award for community leadership. Now, Magic never addressed the whole Diddy scandal in public, but it's no secret that he and Diddy go way back. But here's where it gets really messy. Apparently, Magic and his son were not the only people connected to the NBA who allegedly attended Diddy's freak-offs. You probably already heard about the LeBron and Diddy rumors, but now Kevin Durant is also being thrown in the mix. And some bling items are claiming Kevin was allegedly messing around with EJ Johnson at Diddy's parties. Now, EJ never confirmed or denied this, but the speculation was through the roof, mainly because this wasn't the first time Kevin Durant faced DL rumors. In fact, these rumors recently got even louder when this photo of KD went viral. This was allegedly taken as part of a promotional campaign for KD's new Nike shoe in candy apple red, and fans lost it, saying things like, "KD doing some zesty sus promos lately. KD, I can't prove it, but I'm on to you, sir." And another fan asked, "This pic of KD is insane. The F he mouthed the apple like that for." And the reason why folks reacted the way is because KD has been giving mixed signals for years. First of all, this man is pushing 40. He's an NBA superstar, and yet no wife, no kids, no baby mama drama, nothing. Now look, not everybody wants marriage and children, and that's fine. But in KD's case, it's not just that he's single and child-free. It's the fact that nobody has seen this man with a woman in public in years. His one and only confirmed relationship with a woman was over a decade ago when he briefly dated WNBA player Monica Wright. And since then, it's been nothing but radio silence. Not one single public date, not even a rumor of KD stepping out with a lady. And then Kevin goes on Logan Paul's podcast and says he doesn't want a girlfriend and doesn't believe in marriage. But there was just something about the way he said it. It's like he got super defensive and people were in there saying, "He ain't for the ladies. Do a little research."
You just gotta find the right girl, man.
Come on, bro. Stop talking to me like I need advice on.
It's whatever. No. Trust me. He got his heart broken once.
No,
I used to be just like him.
Bro.
I used to be just like him, like
See, every time I explain my stance to people, they say shit like,
"No, I get it,
bro. You just been hurt, or you just, bro. I enjoy spending time with It's just not as long as maybe you like to spend time with people, man.
So when that rumor popped up about KD and EJ Johnson, the internet ran with it. Because when you're a rich, famous, successful man pushing 40 with zero public romantic history with women, and you get defensive when asked about marriage, you know people are going to start connecting the dots. And EJ is the dot they connected it to. Now let's get into this other piece of the puzzle, because the internet definitely didn't forget about this one. Back in 2021, Kevin Durant was hit with a $50,000 fine from the NBA for sending homophobic and misogynistic messages to actor Michael Rappaport on Instagram. Now look, I'm not saying this proves anything, but if, just hypothetically speaking, KD was hiding something, this fits the pattern perfectly, because a lot of DL men are aggressively homophobic. Like, they go out of their way to say the most vile stuff in public just to throw people off. And they're often disrespectful to women too, because all that anger and frustration comes from hiding your true self. And here's another weird part. Shortly after that whole controversy over the homophobic messages, Nike included KD's shoes in their LGBT pride initiative, Be True. And look, there is no way Nike would do that without KD's approval. They're not about to put a homophobe's name on a pride campaign without his consent. That would be a PR nightmare. So first, he's throwing around slurs. Then he turns around and publicly supports the gay community. You see how that's giving mixed signals? And apparently, this right here is exactly why EJ Johnson is so mad. According to the rumors, EJ has been dealing with multiple men in the industry. Rappers, ballers, actors, producers, who are anti-gay in public, but are hooking up with him in the shadows. And now, allegedly, EJ is done with it. One insider said EJ is tired of these men using him for private auditions while acting like they don't support his lifestyle in public. And according to this insider, EJ is seriously thinking about spilling all the tea. Names, dates, receipts, everything. He supposedly got DMs, texts, and even video evidence that these industry men don't want to get out. And he's allegedly ready to expose every single one of them, because if he can't be treated with respect, then nobody gets to keep their secrets. Now, on one hand, you can kind of see why EJ is upset, watching these men use slurs and hate on gay people while hiding their true selves from the public. But let's also not act like EJ is some innocent victim here, because if anybody had outed EJ before he was ready to come out, all hell would have broken loose. But now, he wants to be the one exposing people just because no man will claim him. And here's the thing, EJ chose this life. He said himself on Carlos King's podcast that he only dates straight men. He said he doesn't even look at gay men. He said he's hooking up with men who publicly date women. So why is he shocked that these men don't want to claim him? DL men are gonna DL. So if EJ wants to be claimed, he should start dating men who are openly gay. Instead, he built his dating life around men who are ashamed to be with men. He signed up for the shadows. So why is he mad now? Sir, you chose this. You can't be out here saying, I only date straight men who publicly date women, and then turn around and act surprised when they treat you like a secret. So yeah, EJ has a right to be upset, but he also has a responsibility to look in the mirror and realize he's been complicit in this whole mess. But let me know what you think about all this. Is EJ right to be upset about these DL men? Who do you think he hooked up with in the shadows? Drop your comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.